Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me? I'm sure you can. Yeah, it's going well. There's a few. I'm gonna be doing just everything that comes to my mind. Probably once a day, or maybe once every other day or something. I'll just be dropping YouTube videos when it makes sense, or vertical short stuff on Instagram. But right now, I guess two current things that are in my mind about negatives with it are one, I didn't like the process of installing all the packs. It took like so long to have to do that manually. So that was that's a one time only. So kind of took care of that already. Two, USB-C audio needs to come there because it's on Move and there's no reason why it shouldn't be on their flagship. You have to use it often to get used to it. Yeah, for sure. Three, I definitely need to get more comfortable using it. These are just like, I think when you start using something right away, I don't know, like if it's not immediately easy to use, and in this case it is pretty easy to use right away, but there's just like I guess a couple of things, like even the processor in there, um, it seemed, and I only did this like a little bit. It's still so much to learn, so much to kind of explore, but it seems as though like what I'm used to in terms of loading up projects and like navigating on my MacBook Pro M3 chip, I think it's the M3. Um, but things are super fast on there, and I feel as though the speed of like opening projects in on this self-contained device seems a little bit slow. Like it seems like it takes a while to boot to turn the thing on for the first time, and it takes a while to load projects. Those are some of the negatives. Positives, I have to kind of, I guess, say that like I remember absolutely loving, and especially a difference between it and the Move, loving the step sequencer. Okay, so like on Move, of course, you may know that you have like the row of like of steps that you can just use on the bottom, which is cool. But being able to use like the top half, like for drum sequencing, the top half of the pads and just tapping in, like that is kind of unmatched. Like I remember, as soon as I just did it just now, I just kind of was reminded of how fun it is to sequence that way. So I definitely like that. Um, I I have to continue, I guess, like assigning, like organizing sounds into the collections sort of thing. So I think one of the spaces was like open up a new project. By default, you have your two, MIDI tracks and two audio tracks, and then from there, having to get some drums going or get some sounds going, it this seems to me, right? Again, this is new, so there might be an easy way to do it, but to navigate sound seems a little bit cumbersome and not fast. Um, you have to add a track, add the instrument, use another knob to figure out, what like the filter stuff on there, and then turn the knob or use the cursor to like go through this multiple page. So it just seems a little bit like not immediate. Obviously, compared to something like Move again, where the Move is like you turn it on and you're rolling like straight away. So those are just some early thoughts. There'll be a lot more things like once I kind of continue using it. Would you let one try that? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's a joke or what does YN mean? Yeah, the positives in my mind outweigh the negatives, and Ableton will definitely. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Save favorites. Yep, definitely know how to. I have to figure out like and I kind of think I know it already, but a system that makes sense, like color coded, red drum. I used to play this game called Amplitude back in the day on PlayStation, PS3 or something, PS2, and it was a rhythm-based game with like different tracks were different sounds, and so I might do something like that, synth sounds, bass sounds, drums, etc. Um, Filters definitely. Yep, that's a big part of it. Nobody never subscribe or hit thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, thumbs up, everyone. Thank you for that. I was watching this video too the other day. Man, Reddit Public Access Network was this platform that I used to do live streams just like this on, and it was just short lived. It was like during the pandemic, like from 2020 to like 2022, and it was like my favorite place to go live. It was so fun. I feel like YouTube has absolute potential to kind of get something going here. that's similar to that in terms of like discoverability and stuff. That's what really set our pan apart from everything else. No discoverability on Instagram. I think maybe TikTok has it. I'm not sure. I think TikTok might have discoverability. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't tried. I'm not eligible to use live streaming on TikTok yet. Um, I think you need a certain number of things or whatever. But I don't know. That just made me think of that real quick. But anyway, I haven't used this in a while, so that's why I brought this out today because I was kind of thinking like I wanted to use these things a little bit in tandem. Like definitely get my hands on the Push 3 daily, like I've been doing for the past 2 days, um, and really just learn it. Watch some videos, read the manual, um, figure out the sampling. Like I haven't even messed around with sampling yet, whether it be importing songs in via Wi-Fi or connecting, like I guess live sampling, even connecting a microphone. So I haven't done a lot of things on it yet, so I have to kind of still explore those things little by little. But overall, cool, good, going well so far. But not. I didn't expect it to be, or maybe I did expect it to be some immediate thing. But it's a process, as you just indicated. Put other gear. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I did. But I also think that like I'm leaning a little bit more into using that, focusing for sure. But I guess today I'm not doing that. Today I felt like I wanted to use this today, and here we go. So yeah. All right, so let's explore some stuff on here and make something that might sound. Yeah, you're right about that for sure. It's definitely a way. There's no one right way, right? That's what I did a few months ago at the beginning of the year, and I forget what I was doing, whether it was Ableton for the month or the XY. I think it was the XY actually. It was the XY the first part of the month of the year, and yeah, everyone operates differently, right? So you try different things out, see what works for you. Today's about the XY for sure. Tonight, Knicks play tonight, so I don't know if I'll even be doing anything musically. Depends on how the Knicks perform. All right, I'm gonna mute myself and get to creating. I'll be monitoring, the chat. You did it with Ableton, and now you dig it. Yeah, that's true. That's a great point. It's actually a really good point. I need to get like I know you have the case, the cover case thing with it. I mean, the size and the weight of that thing is substantial, as people indicated. I guess I'll say one more thing about Push 3. And you have the standalone, I know. But one other thought. Uh, yeah, come on. You can come meet me over here at this cafe. You can use it for a little bit. Thanks for joining too, man. Um, One other thought that I had about the Push 3 is I'm going to definitely spend some time using it in controller mode because I think a few things with the weight of it, with the battery life, which died seemingly very quick, but I was installing all the packs, so maybe that's why. But I was kind of like blown away with how. Sorry, my wife was calling. I had to end the call just now. MPC Live is 7 point. Oh, you got the exact weights. I like that. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Did you? What was I just saying? Too. I want to, I guess, pause, make sure y'all can hear me first, because this call just happened. There's no way to like make it so people can't call during live streams. I have to figure that out. But I'll just pause for a moment and read this other comment to myself. Did you try to use OP1P on OPXY together, OBSP? This can be. No, I haven't. I haven't tried that. That actually could be interesting and fun for sure. I typically don't enjoy using things with other things, music-wise. I typically enjoy, like, sometimes, I mean, in that case, I think that probably would work well because, they're the same company and stuff, but sometimes, like, introducing connections between two different devices, even if they are either the same company or different, sometimes that presents, like, more frustration and less, like, just, I don't know, having fun. Also, how's this voice is this voice still coming in? Like, what's going on here? I really don't. I gotta figure out a better way to do that with the live streaming. Testing, 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 testing. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me still or no? I don't think so. I think the call abruptly. Oh, Cool. Thank you. Okay, so you still can. So I'm assuming it's still through this. All right. Anyway, let's um let's go ahead and do some stuff. Let's go. Hey Jess, I saw you just called and you interrupted the live stream, but that's okay. Was it something important? What's going on? Uh, I still think the OPXY is the best to either. Yeah, word. I have an OP1. Yeah, I, I mean, I, I don't know. Yeah, I think it probably is for sure. Hey, no problem. Thanks for joining. Um, there's just been such a rocky start with me using it. Um, but like right now in this moment, I'm like, I feel happy to be here using this. And I feel like it's super inspiring in this exact moment. Like I feel excited to create something and just kind of experiment. But there's been more of the opposite of that lately than that with the XY since I've started using it. But yeah, I feel a little bit more relaxed when it comes to creating and just free flowing and that kind of thing. And just I don't feel anything close to like overwhelmed like maybe sometimes I would, I used to feel um, with regards to having too many different thanks, with regards to having too many different that's funny, babe. um, things to use. Like right now, it's like I'm rocking with this. I'm rocking with Ableton Live on the computer, like I mentioned. Obviously, Push 3 got 30 days for that, so let's make sure that I spend a lot of time with that and move. I still feel as though if slash when Ableton Move gets some more updates, like a simpler light for sampling, and let's say one more. First of all, being able to favorite presets would be super helpful too. But let's also say like one more instrument. Like if it gets, I get what's it called, Meld? I think the name of like the latest one. Like that would be kind of dope. Pushery, especially with desktop, is always the winner. So tell me, Benjamin, have you used your Push 3 mostly standalone or have you used it mostly as a controller? Because as I just mentioned, I kind of feel in this moment, without enough information to really accurately be able to relay, I feel you. I feel you currently, right? But it still is a heck of a lot of fun. But this might be more fun than the move, right? This can do so much more than the move, and there might not be much that I'm missing on the move that this can already do. And then obviously, so like that's a thing to keep in mind, I guess, too. Um, as a controller, okay, you started mostly, okay. As a controller, it's okay. So yeah, maybe when I get home, I'll give that a go. Because I think to finish my thought, at this moment, I see more, I'd say a lot more value in Push 3, the controller for Push 3, as opposed to the standalone in this moment. The things that I talked about really being excited, like the things that I talked about really being excited about using Push 3 in different areas of the house and using it as like a more, like something that I can just, bring around to different parts of the house on my balcony and bedroom, etc. Like, I don't I don't know if that's as appealing as I once thought it was, especially considering the fact that there's no microphone on there, there's no speaker on there. It's not a portable device by any stretch of the imagination. The battery's not that great on there, so I'm gonna need to be. I don't know. There's a lot of thoughts. Like I think that, especially for like half the price, right? So I pay like $700 for that. I think with my discount versus 1,500 or something, or whatever it was, 14, whatever it comes out to. OPXY is definitely better in my opinion than the Move because of its step sequencer. Yeah, well, it's hands down going to be better because it's so much more capable. But there are, I'm trying to think about like some of the things that make, yeah, 2 hours max. Some of the things that make Move more fun to use, and maybe I have to kind of use both of them a little bit more. But the pads, for one, to finger drumming, that's something that's really cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. Push 3 controller is definitely the best because you have more sounds and faster workflow. Gotcha. So Push 3 controller lets you. You're talking about using Omnisphere and using other things that you have there on your desktop. I think that's what you're referring to. Other plugins. Battery is more for performing. What you mean by more? I would think. What you mean by battery is more for performing? I would think when you're performing, you want that like plugged in so you don't lose battery. Yeah, but I don't want to use. And I hear that. Yeah, desktop plugins are gonna outweigh the internal ones. I think the push to download is amazing for sampling and performing your songs. Word. And I hear what Manny's saying too about not wanting to use a computer. But I feel as though, if I'm not mistaken, and someone and let me, I have to check this, but someone I think said that you could power your Move, I'm sorry, your Push 3 with just a USB-C cable connected to your computer. I have to check that. But to me, if that is the case, um, that's true. But I think he means looking at a screen and like that kind of stuff, which I totally understand. But I think that if you can power it up with your computer, then it kind of further makes the portability, or not it makes the standalone aspect even less valuable. You know what I mean? Like, if you can connect your Push 3 controller to a computer, to my laptop, for example, which I wouldn't be here with it, but say my laptop or even my desktop, whatever, and you could just not ever look at your computer. I think when you're making music, Benjamin, correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole idea is like both of these standalone and controller are like identical experiences, near identical experiences, with the exception, I guess, I'm assuming, of when you're trying to save a project. Maybe you're not. Maybe you need to look at your computer to save it because it gets saved in Ableton or whatever. But I think once you're working on a song, you don't have to look at your computer. Again, maybe you do when you're loading plugins and stuff like that. So I guess it's all like a trade-off kind of thing. But I do fully intend to. You said really? There you go. So you're using the computer's software, but you're not. I didn't realize there's a heart behind it. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you can do it all. Yeah, for sure. You know, one thing I need to figure out, you can load, perform, play, etc. You can load right from the push 3 and controller mode. You can have a small portable PC that is able to live in your sounds and go to town. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I think that's like the one thing that I'm thinking about. This is also kind of cool how I can just, yeah, I'm digging this right now. Now there's something with the XY that I still need to figure out. I have to remind myself how to mess around with some of the what do you call it, set components a little bit. So let's work on that a little. I hear you. Man, this thing is cool. Princess, what's going on? Long time, dang. My longtime channel member, longest tenure. Definitely appreciate you. What have you been working on musically, Princess, lately? What have you still been using GarageBand? Did you? Yeah, I'm curious to know how you've been, what you've been up to. It's been so long. If you're a sample-based artist, then Push 3 standalone is amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think these are all facts, bro. For sure, for sure. Still a lot to learn on it. Nice, nice. I want to hear some of your stuff. I got to hit Hetty up. It's been a while since I've even connected with him. I kind of been in my, I guess we can say, own world, just kind of focused and just doing me, as the saying goes. But definitely miss you guys. Yeah, I want to. Are you guys still meeting on Sundays? Okay. So recording vocals into GarageBand. Everything I heard from you, like the majority of stuff I heard from you was just so good and creative. And you would just sit there, you would just sit there like you, you just like sit there, just like nodding, like you don't even, you're not even acknowledging the fact that you just have this crazy sounding stuff that just went from not knowing what you were doing because you were a beginner, right? I mean, quite frankly, right? And then just like you just learn your stuff, and then you just having fun with it and just making really, really interesting stuff. see. I'm gonna hit Henny up and see if I can just. I mean, I definitely can. Sundays at 8. I think is it 8 or 9? I forget what time y'all meet up. Jamie, what up, man? See, this is what it's all about. Connection, man. We got like 3 of my favorites right here, man. Benjamin hanging out, and I'm gonna give my man a shout out to Manny B Gaming. Manny, what kind of games you be playing? Jamie and yeah, everybody. This is cool stuff. This yeah, sense of community connection. I definitely like 9 p.m. Okay, cool. Jamie, what you been using? I know you were really excited about the Electron device last time I chatted with you. Curious to know if like I know you have the Move that you let me borrow, so I'm curious if you've like used that at all yet. Um, or yeah, what you been working on musically? So something that's cool about this is there's so many things we can do here, right? So if I wanted, I could bring, and I guess you could technically do this in any DAW or any platform, but it's just harder to do, I think. So if I wanted to, I can, I have, yeah, sort of like figuring out this, but I can have all the same MIDI data that's going on right now and create a new scene. So I think I do that by copying and then pasting, right? Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So now I have all the same stuff going. I have to remember which one. Okay, so it's this one. So like, I don't know, let me see, go here. So I'm all on the second track on all these, right? And now I can create a new scene. I guess I was supposed to create the new scene first. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think I was supposed to do it this way. Hang on. I think I'm supposed to like be on. I'm trying to like have the first row of all of these be. I wish you can do it all in one shot, but that's fine. Be this, and then go to the second, and then the second one is all okay. So the idea here is I can go to each of these tracks, and I can just change to a different instrument to have the same MIDI stuff going, but different sounds, and that's kind of a big deal. Got to start driving. Okay, no problem. The, oh wow. Okay, the M8 track I've heard about that for sure. Don't know too much about it, but I know people who've used it really love it. Right now, I'm obsessed with Starfield. Oh wow. Recording wise, I'm sampling into a pocket operator for house music. That's dope. Do you put any of your stuff online, Manny? Are you on Instagram? Are you on YouTube? Do you have your stuff out? I definitely want to check it out. And Starfield is a game that I believe is only for Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. And Manny, you might be. I don't know if you're on Twitch, Manny, but definitely follow me on there because I'm going to be starting a series. So let me share this with you guys. So in this same sense of like community and like and just conversing and just chilling, having a good time and stuff, I play. I can't stop playing this game called Binding of Isaac. I used to live stream it on a Khordmaster Gaming YouTube channel. Okay, dope. I'm gonna definitely check you out. Get in touch with me on TikTok. I just started being a little bit more active on there too, so maybe find me or send me a message or whatever, so I can remember. But yeah, I can't stop playing this game, Binding of Isaac. It's just the most fun game ever for me currently. I just can't get myself to stop playing it, and I can live stream right from the PS5, and I can connect headphones to it. And so I typically do that, but I don't promote it. I don't really talk about it like on here or my Instagram and stuff. But I was using ChatGPT to kind of ideate this thing that I can do, which is have it be a thing, just like this, except maybe you can't see me, at least to start, to keep it casual, but you can hear me and I can read all your text just like this. And instead of it being me doing music stuff, it's me just kicking my feet up after a long day playing this video game, but interacting with you guys. And I don't know, something about that is very like Manny, you for example. I don't know if that's something that's that appealing, I guess, to everybody. Like some people may not care about the game, but even if you don't care about the game, it's like don't even worry about the game. You can just chat with me. You can send messages and I can just answer them, kind of like this. But you know, I think it has legs. I think it's something that I'm definitely going to do. I just want to figure out a couple parameters. Like I want to have, I guess, I want to have a little more structure, like 2 time slots, maybe one day in the evening, like after, like late night or something, and then one day during the daytime, and just be like every week I'm showing up there, just like I show up for my tutoring lessons or something. Like these are on the schedule, these are non-negotiables, and if no one shows up, I'm still playing my favorite my favorite game. So it's like doesn't matter, but at least at least it's something that I think could kind of could be good, could be nice. So yeah, something to think about. Anyway, now what I want to do here is I want to go into each of these tracks and just change to like different sounds. So that scene 2 is going to be, hey, cool, and I appreciate you being here. Scene 2 is going to be same MIDI track, same MIDI data, but different sounds. And also I want to go into, I always got to remember what to press here. It's still not exactly easy. It's a little bit cumbersome, and that's because the muscle memory is not there yet, I think. But just going to these different menus and stuff is not like, it takes a second to think, where am I again, and stuff like that. All right, anyway, let's see. Okay, so I changed the drums already. See what I'm doing here? Change the bass. So something like that. Now we have this original, and also we can, I don't know, take out this. We have to go here and take out this step component. That's just an idea, but you see what I'm talking about. Same MIDI data, just different sounds, right in the same track, like not having to. That's like one of the most powerful things. Not having to deal with. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Let's use my voice in one of these tracks. So I can like, let's see, what do I just press and hold this, press this to record? All right, so I can just do this for a second. No, that doesn't work. Press record to record. I don't understand. Oh, here, this record. Sorry. Okay, try it again. Yo, Tony, what up, man? What you been using lately, man? What you been working on musically? Let me know. I know you doing your thing, man. I keep up with you on IG, man. You know, see what you be doing.
It is like all that.
All right, let's get my voice in here. I should just like start recording like this and not even think about what it is that I'm recording, and then figure a way to like take some of this, and I'm actually literally doing it right now. Take some of this and incorporate it into the song. All right, end of the recording. Interesting. So I just recorded what I thought I just did right here on this track. It didn't bring it there, oddly enough. And why is that? See, I gotta figure this out. Let's see. Boom, engine, sampler. This would be considered in the sampler section, and then I guess this needs to be under. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, so that's there. Then you have to go in here, and we have to what? Bring in user samples, and then how do we know? See, this is the thing. like what I just recorded, where is it at? Getting ready for my summer travel, so I'm going to be on the opiate. Hey, that's dope, man. Where you going? Where you heading? All right, let's try recording something again, because I don't know, when you record samples, it's kind of cumbersome where it goes. And it might... Yeah, I don't know. All right, so anyway, if I were to come back here into the category section, and I don't know, I had lead on here or something, okay? So this is here, and I'm like, okay, I want to record vocals. Like I just did, I hit that. Test mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I need to hit this again. No, I don't know why that didn't. Test mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I can just record what people are saying around me. This threshold needs to be low. So like that, boom. Okay. Which do you prefer, the OP1 or the OPXY? Okay. So how do I get this back now? See, that's weird to me. Where is that sample going? That's odd. Weird. Just multi-sampled a few synth presets, VSTs on there. Damn, that's dope. Yeah, I heard people really doing some crazy stuff with that. Bringing your own sounds in. Guys, I'm confused here. I'm in sample mode. And I'm trying to test mic check 1, 2. I recorded test mic check 1, 2. It's there. But when I hit the button here, it doesn't... That's weird. Am I tripping? What if I did the same thing here? Test mic check 1, 2. Test mic check 1, 2. Test mic check 1. Test mic check 1. It stays there, but you can't record vocal. You can't record samples onto a track that already has something on it. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. That's weird. Am I tripping? I could have sworn there's like drum samples that go to each key, and then there's like non-drum samples that go like melodic samples. So do I need to be in melodic mode or something? I don't even know. Let's see. Let's figure it out. So engine. So yeah, where are the... Okay, so it's sample. You have to be in sampler mode like this. Press any key to sample. Test mic check 1, 2. Test mic check. Test mic check. Test mic check. Test mic check. Okay. But that's a lot of steps to do, and I guess I can just bring it onto the 8th track, I guess. All right. So now let's go here. Let's go to scene 2, scene 3, and I want to go to each track and just bring a new thing for all of scene 3. This should have nothing here, and just start from scratch. want to get effects on here, what's the easiest way to do that? I don't remember how to get effects. Yeah, I thought that one of these. Ah, here, hang on. Here, you have to be on 3, hold, and then turn, and that gives you effect. Okay. I need some voice, some vocals in here. Yes. 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 So loop is off. Okay, interesting. Pretty cool. I like what I'm hearing. I'll come here. Again, you want to be able to navigate a little bit more comfortably in, what is this mode called? This screen? I don't know. The arranger view or whatever. I'm still not comfortable navigating in this view, or as comfortable as I want to be. You have new. So if I wanted to create, okay. So the idea here is if you want to create a new scene, create your new scene, like get what you have sounding good. Boom, that's on scene 3. So once you're like good at the way something sounds, go to the next scene. That makes a snapshot of where you're at to go to the next one, right? So let's see. And again, this is all the same track. So I wonder if the swing changed. I don't think it would, but I wonder if the swing changes on different scenes. Let's see. Right now we're on scene 3, and the swing is what we have it as, what it's been. But what about when we go to scene 2? Swing is still there. That makes sense that the swing is across the whole thing. But I am curious. Yeah. Okay. As expected, because that would be weird. It'd be cool in a way to not have it, but I don't know. Okay, so if we have something going, and now we're on scene 4, and if I want to, like, easily, I would like to be able to press and hold multiple keys and copy them and bring them down, rather than doing it one by one. But let's just kind of see. We're on scene 4. So these knobs don't do anything here. I kind of also wish that these knobs would like all do the same thing, so you don't have to always think about this. But again, that might just be a muscle memory thing, so I'm not too concerned about that. So if I hit new, that creates a new track. Makes sense. If I hit copy, that copies the track. If I hit paste, it pastes it right below. Let's delete. I think it was, okay, reset and clone. So that I don't fully understand. What does reset and what does clone mean? Because I thought if I'm on track or scene 4 and it's sounding this way, let's kind of see if we can figure out what these two things mean. And if I go to scene 5, or let's actually go to scene 4 for a second, and let's go here and let's bring back in this step component of random. If I now go to scene 5 from scene 4, I believe that step component. The step component changes back. Okay. So maybe step components, or I'm sorry, auxiliary track things don't carry over. And if that's the case, that makes things a little bit more fun, or a little bit more easy to understand. So let's explore that and see if that's the case. So we're on 5 right now. Let's go to 4. Let's bring in some chord changes on 4. Actually, let's try to do this a little bit more systematically. Let's go to 5. 5 doesn't have any step component stuff going on, but let's bring in some chord changes on 5 real quick. And let's make this, I don't know, half the whatever. Okay, so that's there. Now, if I wanted to, so that is applied right there, right, to track 1 in the auxiliary track for scene 5. Now if I want to bring scene 5 over to scene 6, I think that's not going to carry that over. But alas, it does. Is it only doing that because it's a little strange, guys? I'm not sure why it's doing that, because I would think that it shouldn't, unless if I missed something. Going to the next track should keep everything where it's at, I guess. keep exploring. 6. Yeah, it keeps everything. It still keeps. But let's explore scene 6. What does clone mean versus reset? Cloned scene. So I don't know how cloning scene is different than just going to the next scene. Seems like the same thing. I don't know. And what about reset? Let's see about resetting a scene. So resetting a scene seems like it brings everything back to the original. That's cool, I think. Yeah, it brings everything back to track 1. So that's cool that you have. So that's back to everything is like on the first clips that you recorded, but cloning it, yeah, it's a little bit weird. I don't know. All right, let's go to scene 8, and let's talk about what resetting scene 8, and then let's talk about just doing new from here. So this is on 1. Let me see. Boom. New. Nope. New. 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 Everything is new. Auxiliary tracks. I guess new here too, and new here. So now we have everything brand new. Let's create another new thing here on scene 8. Now we can switch some of the drums up and stuff. So this is the workflow that kind of seems like it makes more sense for me, rather than always starting new tracks. This kind of coincides a little bit more with like my OPZ sort of workflow. All right, let's see. We have to bring some chord changes in here. Now let's see. Here. I also noticed that I prefer using manual for the chord thing than. Also, why isn't it changing? Than the auto one. It reminds me more of how it was used on the OPZ. Experimenting right now. Let's keep it going. Let's check out this tape track. Interesting. I think it's time to go. I have to get ready for a tutoring session. This was fun. Thank you for joining. See you guys on the next one. The brain feature is interesting. Still haven't wrapped my head around. That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. Even though the laugh sounded sarcastic. No, that's good because literally head around the brain. I got you. Yeah, cool, man. Well, I'm gonna go, and I have a cool heartfelt video coming out soon on my channel that hopefully you guys enjoy. See you later. Peace.